Season 4 of Babylon 5. A lot happens, and there's a reason for that. And so, quick warning, there's obviously going to be spoilers potentially for Season 1, 2, 3, and Seasons 4 of Babylon 5. If you're somebody that has seen the show already, please do not post anything about the movies or Season 5, because I haven't gotten to those yet, but I will be getting to them very soon. So, Season 4 was actually supposed to be the last season of Babylon 5, not because they wanted it to be, but because the network was, I guess, either going out of business or not wanting to air the show anymore, and at the last minute, the show got bought up by somebody else while they were filming the last episodes. So this feels almost like a last season for the show because a lot happens. So within the first 6 episodes, the Shadow War ends. Sheridan comes back from death after he blows up Sahadum pretty much. And the Vorlons are no longer just kind of either neutral or the quote-unquote good guys. They are taking out targets that have either been touched by the shadows or are of interest to the shadows. Whether they're innocent or not, the Vorlons have these like giant planet-destroying things, and it's bad. Like, it's really bad. But during Sheridan's comeback from death moment, he meets this entity called Lorien, which is the first one, and together with all the non-aligned worlds, they are able to sort of defeat the shadows and the Vorlons in sort of an interesting way. I don't know how I felt about the Vorlons and the shadows being portrayed as almost like children for Lorien, and that's why they decided to stop fighting, because they're like, well, we're scared and we don't want to go beyond the rim, at least not without you. I get what JMS was trying to say and trying to do. I guess it's ballsy to not do it in like a giant, like there's plenty of giant space battles, but I get that he didn't want to just end the war in that particular way. Overall, the Shadow War, I've loved most of it. It's been pretty intense ever since the first Shadow ship showed up. I'm devastated that the Vorlons were morally gray and kind of bad in a lot of ways, almost just as bad as the Shadows. I mean, I think that it makes Kosh a more interesting character, because I think Kosh actually genuinely cared about the other races, whereas the other Vorlons were like, they're expendable. But another big thing is the Centauri Emperor Cartagio, who is like a psychopath, gets taken out this season, and he's a really interesting character and really over the top character in a great way. Like, I absolutely hated him because he was brutal, and the way he tortured Jakar was just awful. And I loved every second of it, because Londo and Jakar are kind of forced to team up to take out this emperor, and that was super interesting. Another big thing is that there is, of course, the Earth Gov War, and there is also a Minbari civil war kind of in the background between the warrior caste and the religious caste. And that only lasts about like 3 or 4 episodes, and I understand, again, why it was so short, because I feel like that this could have gone well on into Season 5, but it was done well enough. I thought that Naroon's character arc was amazing. And back to the Earth Gov War, this was the best part of the season. I mean, although I don't care for Garibaldi turning against Sheridan, it was done well. I'm just saying I don't like it when 2 friends have to go up against each other. It wasn't pleasant to watch, but more stuff with the Psi Corps and Bester I always love seeing. And seeing Sheridan's forces go through all the Earth forces and getting them to turn to their side, or to at least step out of the way, was a lot of fun to watch. And watch them finally take out President Clark was amazing, because Clark's kind of been just this force in the background, and seeing him finally getting taken out, and especially after him targeting civilian targets, screw that guy. But overall, I thought everything was wrapped up really well. This again feels like the final season of the show. They've set up a supposed war with the Cyclops and the Drakh, who are kind of allies of the Shadows that have been left behind. So I think those are the two big things that are going to be going into season 5 and potentially some of the movies and I guess Crusade as well, which I'll be talking about those once I finish watching them. Overall, I love season 4. I'd say it's just about on par with season 3. I think I might like season 3 just a tad bit better. I think one character that was a lot better in this season was Franklin. I've always hated Franklin throughout the entire show, but this season he was alright. So, season 4 of Babylon 5, have you watched it up to that point? What do you think of the show so far? I absolutely love it, and I'm sad that it's almost over. Comment below, let me know. Thanks always for watching. Bye.